Gaming. I once again regret to inform you that I have decided to record a video without much time to record a video. Thankfully, this is more time than I usually have. I have 40 minutes, which should be fine for my average run. Which is not great for a good run. I've been getting, set my standards higher. Now I need to be able to beat Collector consistently. Which usually means that like the next bosses after him is not really that difficult. The few next is of course God Tamer, who I kind of struggle with, mostly because I'm stressed after Collector. And I have low HP. But other than that, I feel like the next couple bosses aren't really that big a deal up until like Crystal Guardian, or Enraged Guardian, I should say. The double damage version. God, the double damage bosses wreck me. Especially like Trail Lord. Haven't actually practiced them yet. I watched Trollictor's video today, like his winning video. I finally watched that. I didn't know he'd just beaten Life Bloodless. He only did that like 5 days ago. So good on him. I'm genuinely impressed. Just to watch this video to see like tips and tricks, specifically for Soat actually, because I finally also beat the third Pantheon all bindings, which is goofy. I hadn't even done that yet because I didn't care. But now I finally just decided, okay, if I need to beat this Pantheon, like the fifth one, I should probably beat the other ones as well, all bindings and all that. And it struggled. I had a genuinely hard time beating the third Pantheon all bindings, because the main man Zote was just in my way. Couldn't beat him. He was a nuisance. And then one time I finally beat him, I died to Sly, which is funny. Now I feel like my Sly game is a lot better. Man, I don't have soul. I fucked up. Point is, I beat it. It's pretty cool now. Don't really have Zote down yet. I'll be honest, it's not the greatest in the world. Can I do this? Absolutely can do that. Is that optimal? Oh yeah, I think it is. Oh well, he's dead now anyway. So yeah. Third Pantheon, all bindings, done. And of course, Life Bloodless. Oh, Nikolai. There's a guy staring at me through his window, through my window. It's kind of awkward. I know the guy. He's my friend. Oh god, he's walking over there. I'm gonna have to like have a conversation with him now. I won't stop recording. He's doing the thing. He's miming. He's going as if he's going downstairs, but he's not actually. Come on. Hey! Hvad snakker du om? Du kigger lige på mig. Du kigger på mig. Jeg kan love, hvad jeg har lyst til. Du kigger ind i mit hus, det er ikke okay. Du er ude i et offentligt rum, jeg må kigge på dig. Hey. Nej. Kostede 200 kroner om mig. Kostede 160 i min barndom. Kostede det 175, 180, nu går det 200. Yeah, I know. Så går pengene alligevel til, går rejsekortpengene til frisøren? Ah, det giver mening. Jeg kan se. Men jeg kunne lige mærke noget skæg her, det var måske lige af med. Velkommen. Er du lige fået fri, eller hvad? Sådan der. Der er bare lige. Oh, what? Nej. Jeg bare misset et spot. Anyway. Det er du ret i. Jeg gjorde det bare før. Nej, jeg gjorde det faktisk efter. Ja, sådan en alarm til 12:45. Hvad det gør jeg? En 5 minutters pause. Vil I vide jeres projekt? Har I fået jeres eksamensprojekt? Gør jeg lære det? Gør jeg lære det? Okay. Det er godt. Nå. Hallownest. Tak. Hey, i lige måde. Tak. Frisk. God. Alright. Well, there goes my time. God. I won't be able to make it this time. But it's worth it. I was forced to communicate with that guy. I'm not saying it as if it's some sort of chore. Oh no, I hate to talk to my best friend. Best friend is also a bit of a loose. I don't know, man. Point is, Hallownest. Woo! I tried to do the other way. That would just ended up in me going into there. Yeah, sure, whatever. What? I didn't want to dash, I didn't feel it necessary. I'll heal up. Whoa, far dash. Far jump. And then I can heal up. Woo! Soulless Gorb fight. It's very similar to every Gorb fight. There's no soul in this creation. Honestly, a lot of the Dream Warriors aren't that fun. Gorb, Markoth, Xero. Xero's not that bad, he's just kind of annoying. Well, I guess he's not. Gorb's not that bad either. He's also just kind of annoying, which is why he's bad. Markoth is a different beast. I haven't even gotten him yet. Is he before so? Oh god, he's probably. I finally, yeah, I practiced out a lot. So I couldn't figure him out. And I just realized Markoth is before Soap, so I won't even be able to use that practice for anything. So I have something. Oh, I think the optimal here is actually playing Shriek and not. I'm gonna heal up, sure. It's kind of funny. walked the wrong way, I guess. Alright. There we go. I have no idea. Tomorrow I'll be playing D&D from 8 in the morning to oh shit, sorry, 10 in the afternoon, and I'll be the DM. I can tell you right now, I do not have much prepared for that length. I mean, to be fair, I have so much more prepared than I've had for the last like 8 sessions, because the last 8 sessions I didn't have anything prepared. I made a world, a lot of preparation for the first few sessions, had fun with it. Then I realized they're too high level for me to like plan what they're gonna do. I said, you know, the plans don't really work out the way I thought it would, which is a good thing. I'm not gonna force them to play how I intended they should. That like wouldn't be fun for anyone, not even me. So I let it just go with the flow. Things did not work out as I wanted it to, but it was still fun. Everyone enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too. I loved seeing what the fuck they were gonna do. Like, that's some stupidest decision making I've ever seen. How do they, what? Point is, we're having fun. But now, after a while, all the things that I prepared in the beginning that I kind of initially scrapped because I didn't feel like they would get to it, all the things that I'd planned and all that, we've actually gotten back for that to work again. Like, I didn't think that it would be mattered because they changed they had character motivations changes and stuff throughout their story that they just decided to do without really much context, and I was annoying. I had a plan with that. They couldn't. How to explain this? One like lawful evil, just completely evil, want to do the bad stuff because it's fun. Just genuinely just evil. So I had a moment that I planned where they could be able to showcase that evilness, right? And cruelty. Finally betrayed the party, which was what she wanted to do. I don't know, it's fun. And we all vibe with it. Like, I'm gonna be real quick here that I love evil character. Everyone thinks it's fun. It's just a fun way to engage with the game. Having someone who is like actively trying to betray you. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a fun time when it works out right. But now they're like good. They've actually like started liking people up because of a traumatic event that happened. Which I did not plan either, but it was funny. And so like my moment where she could finally betray the whole party and gain ultimate power for herself, and they should become the end boss fight in a way. Kind of doesn't work anymore. Oh fuck, I dashed the wrong way. But it kind of does anyway, because sure she's good guy, but there's still like a reason for her to betray the party in a way. How do I explain this without like giving all the context of the entire campaign across all the sessions? In a way that she can still betray the party without fully betraying the party. Like, they had... Okay, let me get this. They had 2 options in a way to end the campaign. They could either close a rift between like time and space and shit, and making like interdimensional travel impossible, but you know, save their world from other dimensional beings who can just fucking crush everyone. And they decided like the good thing to do in this situation would probably be to close it, because it'd save everyone they love and all that. It's less risk involved. There's not going to be any interesting changes. You could argue that opening the rift is also a good thing. If not for their literally like being a being who just decides, you know what, I'm going to kill this whole world, and he said he wanted to do that, which is kind of annoying. So now I guess you could close it, or you could open it up and receive like a blessing from this guy. You could say, hey, I'll kill your world, but you specifically who opened the rift, you get some stat buffs. Like, here you go. Just become an ultimate level druid. Oh, you're a wizard? Doesn't matter. I gave you all the power of nature. That's kind of what the gift is. I think that's a cool thing, because the campaign ends there anyway, so I don't have to deal with it, but they like having to play with someone who's literally a god. And you can just kind of say what they want to do with the world, and I'll just let it happen. And I say, hey, you wanna, just like this civilization who started to worship you as a god, what do you do with them? And you can like, oh, I'm gonna give them bountiful harvest. Or you can say, okay, make an offering for me, and they will do that, because you're a god. This is kind of derailed from what I was talking about. Point is, The two options, either open rift or close the rift, good or bad, kind of, selfish or selfless. They don't really have the option to close the rift anymore. They used to have. It requires like a key to do that, but they lost that key. There's 3 keys in existence, and they had 2 of them, and they lost both of them. The third one is they haven't been able to find. They technically could, but that was like, I know where it is in the world, but it just doesn't really make sense for them to find it because it is carried by someone who has kind of died, and because of them, and Elizabeth's corpse, which is like kind of unreachable. There's no reason they did it. There's no like foreshadowing in the lore that the key would be here in this cave, because why the fuck would it? It's just because he carried it there and then got killed by the boys. Anyway, so without an option to close the rift, right? This lawful evil turned good character kind of really only has an option to open it now and become the person who opens it. This selfish act, become literally god of this realm, and then use that to like save his friends. You know what I mean? Just like, what else are you gonna do? Just accept it. Someone else opens it. Try to guard the rift until someone strong enough to kill you comes around. They can't close it, but if she opens it, she can help people. And it's kind of the same thing where they will probably end up having a fight, and she will probably end up opening the rift and become god, which I think is a fun moment, that she can just become literally god, this cruel being. But now she has like a voice of reason with her, being the other party members, like guide her to be just not evil. Of course, I don't know if that's gonna happen. That's just a fun thing I was thinking about. As I said, I'm not gonna force them into doing that. I'm not gonna be planning much. Why did I not use Shriek there? I just decided, nah, I don't feel like it. Anyway, I think that's a cool plot point, and it did kind of go back in that circle. Like, oh, the thing that I planned for, this character becoming literally god, this might still happen, despite it being a totally different way than I expected, which is just kind of cool, I think. So yeah. This had something to do with me planning shit or something, or lack of planning. Anyway, yeah. Point is, that was just one example of a cool thing that I thought would happen. Probably my least planned thing is just something that I don't really have to plan. They can just say what they want. But other stuff, like other NPCs who didn't really become relevant because they didn't meet them, will now be met because they don't really have an option. As I said, they don't have the option to open the rift and close the rift anymore. They might still work to gain that option anyway. And then they'll meet some people who, you know, also want to close the rifts, and they can talk to them. I am not sure what this rambling is doing, but it's helping me play the game for some reason. Just being less focused. Now that I'm self-aware that it's helping, it might not help as much, I feel. What? Did a dash in time. I'm gonna heal now. But anyway, I like D&D. Moral of the story: you have a committed friend group who you can play D&D with. I'd argue it's pretty fun, so do it if you, god damn it, have the time. The campaign is kind of coming to an end, my campaign, which I think is a good way of ending it. This whole thing did turn out kind of the way, not the way I expected, but in a fun way nonetheless. I think that's pretty awesome. One problem is the party is kind of split right now, and they split up intentionally like 4 sessions ago, and they like planned to meet just real soon. They just did quick like, oh, I'm gonna split up and you and I do this thing that's not really that difficult. They just had to kill an innocent person to appease like a god. literally the one who's gonna break the world and all that. Point is, they just wanted to do that real quick in a foreign city, capital of like the enemy base or something, blah blah blah. And then they went and did that. It worked out fine, just great. But the other two party members who didn't want to just do nothing, that'd be boring, decided to like go on a stroll, just look around, some exploration you might have, like, oh, let's look at like what's happening, scouting mission. Very, very successful scouting mission. I must say, they learned everything about their presence in that city. Holy shit! In fact, they don't have prison. They have like just a layer. What do you call it? A depot. Just like a place where they store otherworldly beings for testing purposes. They don't just kill normally. They don't. Anyway, point is, it was pretty awful. They got stuck in this prison-like place with a mind flayer who were extracting their memories and stuff. Horrible time. They were so desperate all the time. It was horrible. And like that took the whole session. Just pretty much just these two players had to play. The other one's just waiting for their turn, which didn't happen because it was so tickle-tongue. And the two players who were playing had a lot of fun. They enjoyed it. I think the two others didn't really. Probably got kind of bored because they weren't in the game. I as the DM had fun too because I was always in the game. DM privileges. I'm always relevant. You, goddammit, Marmu. Anyway, yeah. And then the next session, well, actually, they ended up escaping after all. In a really, really difficult escape. But they did it. One of them lost their arm. But it was worth it. They weren't, like, they were such a hopeless situation. I wasn't even, like, I didn't know how they'd get out. They surprised me by leaving. Holy shit, Marmu. Jesus Christ, Marmu! Anyway, they got out of the prison, and then the next session, the two other guys, well no, the end of the session actually, the two other players finally got to play, and like, oh okay, well, from their point of view, their friends were still like, they're still disappeared, right? They didn't know they'd escaped or gotten captured or anything. So they like decided, let's just look around for a bit, and I asked them how long we'd look around. I said like, maybe like 2 hours, then we'll head back to like, or the usual spot we rest, which they have. A nice old lady called Reggie. Just kind of lends them their place to sleep sometimes. But like 2 hours went past, and within that time, the general who kidnapped the other place in the first place, let's call him Squad A, who got kidnapped first, went to Squad B and said, hey, I know where your friends are. They're in this this whole little place in the prison. And this is of course a lie. They just escaped in this timeline, but Squad B didn't know that technically, and so they decided to like roll an insight. Is he lying? Is he sure? I of course rolled a deception for the general, the big baddie, and he rolled a nat 20, a natural 20. He sure was not lying, huh? That was a good lie. And so then Squad B just willingly went into the prison to find their friends who had already escaped. And that was the end of that session. Next session, we played, it was pretty much only Squad B. First it was Squad A who played, then it's only Squad B who played. And it was wild, just as hopeless. They got their mind extracted actually. The Squad A survived without getting their memories stolen. But not Squad B, no. That was rough. And then they actually managed to escape earlier than the others. They weren't locked in for long because he had a wizard who can teleport. He did run out of spell slots. Oh shit! I totally forgot. After he the wizard who lost his not lost his memory, just got his mind read and like all his memories recorded. After that whole shenanigans, he got like madness. I rolled a madness for him, short-term madness, which made him like delusional. Couldn't see, like saw hallucination and shit. So he got everything rolled with a disadvantage just for a short while. Shouldn't really have mattered. But then the guys went in and like stole all his gear, which I meant for because they had one of those keys to open the rift that I mentioned earlier. No, close the rift. They had 2 of them. He had both of them for some reason. And So it makes sense that this general of an army wouldn't like, who wants to open the rift, would want to confiscate the only method of like closing the rift. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to do. Like, what's what he wanted to do. I made him do that. Apparently, I decided to just go, okay, you know what? Just gonna take everything from him. Why not? Like, he's a prisoner. He shouldn't have weaponry on him. So I made them take. Oh wow, he just took damage to staggered shield. Anyway, I took everything from the wizard, all his magical items, all his money, all his clothes, all his armor. He had armor technically because he's a funny subclass. And apparently, fun fact, that also includes a spellbook. Also fun fact, a wizard is nothing without a spellbook. All his spells lost. And now he's like, he was the weakest bitch. He was just a low HP wizard with nothing to his name. Literally no spells, no bitches, no money. And it was a rough, oh wow, that, I didn't know that'd be so devastating. Take everything he owned. I still assumed he could cast spells. No, it's a spellbook, he can't cast spells anymore, he just lost everything. I let him keep 5 spells that he would know, because I felt bad. That's not what the point was. I still wanted to, like, it's a fun handicap. He was vibing with he thought it was cool, because he doesn't mind being crippled in this way. He assumed that it would only be temporary, and it will. It's also just cool. So we said, sure, you know what, here you go. You can keep 5 spells because your intelligence score is 5. You should be able to at least, like, remember a little bit. I don't see how it makes sense that everything you know is just from in your book. You can, like, remember a few pages by heart, which I think is a fair balance. Oh man. And he thought so too. He picked 5 spells. One of them was a dimension door, in order to, like, which he then used to escape with his friend, who was also caught there. God damn, am I losing this guy? Anyway, but he escaped without his spellbook, of course, leaving him incredibly crippled. Their escape wasn't that easy, despite them having Dimension Door. It was still like a huge ass city, so they teleported out of the prison itself, and then further into like to bypass a bunch of like guards, and then he lost all his souls. He didn't have anything. He couldn't use it anymore. That was his last one. And oh, fuck. Yeah. After that, they had to walk on foot, which didn't really work out because no, wait. Okay. So outside of the prison, there's like a lake that leads out of the city, which is like a really convenient way of just escaping. You know, what I mean, I planned that intentionally because like 3 out of 4 party members didn't have to breathe, so they can just chill underwater. Anyway, yeah, so I did that for them, but that's how Squad B escaped, actually. No, Squad A escaped. They escaped through the water. They just swam out, didn't get caught, because there's no guards in the water. But because they escaped that way, the guards, I decided that, okay, maybe this city now understands that the water is probably not a good thing to leave unguarded, so they made a trap. I decided this before I knew the Squad B would also be taking the water route out. And, well, they tried to leave through the water and just got trapped. And were about to get sent back into the prison. It was a horrible situation. The wizard without any known spells, like any like prepared spells or anything, only have 5 spells to his name now. A warlock who used all his, like, all but 1 spell slot with like incredibly low HP. I'm telling you, this is a desperate situation. And they only managed to survive because the warlock managed to break free of the net that was keeping them before they got like put into a small hole that would count as their cage for a bit. And then you know, the wizard managed to escape alone. He had a choice, like, oh, the other guy got knocked unconscious, and like I asked him, do you wanna, are you looking back? Are you wanna save your friend, or are you just gonna walk alone? And he decided he was gonna walk alone because he didn't see how he'd even help his friend at all. He had no spells. Like, I don't blame him. The other warlock didn't either, because like, what would he do? The wizard was useless. He had nothing, no spell slots anymore, no spells even. It was a dire situation, just make the most of it, you know. Save at least one. And so the Warlock was left on his own. He tried his best to escape. He actually escaped the hole, but you know, he couldn't escape the city. He didn't have any teleportation. He tried his best to like use his charisma to like talk his way out of bad situations, but it was not enough. Ah! Holy shit, I haven't been playing against Collector. Just so unfocused. What? I just realized where I am. Oh. I'm healing. Oh! Holy shit! I was just in low. What? That was all muscle memory. Oh. I wasn't even thinking. I was like in my head. I was visualizing what happened in my head. Like I didn't even like look at the screen really. It was all just my subconsciousness playing. And then I woke up for like 1 second and realized, holy shit, this is like one of the most difficult bosses for me. What am I doing? It is not even going well. I'm taking damage. And then oh, okay, conscious now. What the hell was I even talking about? D&D? Why? Okay. Oh man, that's unfortunate. I can probably heal here. Yeah. Ooh, that was spent the needle on that one. Ah. Aw. Didn't respect her. Didn't think she'd actually hit me. Yeah, makes sense. Nice. Got 3 hits on her. I'd be able to heal. Oh wow. Anyway, the D&D thing worked out though. Warlock didn't manage to escape at all. Died. She was actually, fun fact, they were actually from that city. She was one of the inhabitants of this island which they're on. She was a native, and she got killed by her own people and claimed, like, declared a race traitor, which, like, she was technically. She was like allying with the enemy who wanted to kill them, but she was doing it in good intention. All that blah blah blah. Her goal was to close the rift because it would only bring destruction to everyone, not just the city, not just the, you know. Okay, let's. I don't really won't get into the deep lore, and the point is she got her death became a symbol for her own people to do the very thing she very much fought against, which is really sad and depressing. She died. It was like it took a long time for her to finally get caught and killed. She tried her best to run away. She had desperate fights, no spell. Your Warlock only have 2 spell slots and all that. She didn't want to use Eldritch Blast all that much because it's so loud. It would just alarm everyone where she was. You know what I mean? And she was trying her best to like fight with like a pocket knife she found on the street against like one of the guards, but like she just couldn't do it. She's not a fighter. She's a spellcaster. And it was just a horrible time. She's losing more and more HP. She lost an arm as well at some point. Decided, fuck it, I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast to finally kill this knight. I'm losing this fight. She beat him with Eldritch Blast, of course. I mean, it's her most powerful cantrip. One of the, probably the most powerful cantrip. Only if you're a Warlock though. And then other guards got alarmed of her presence. Just regular old citizens got called out, so trying to find this monster. But who was the one who'd killed innocent people already also, fun fact. And yeah, she died. They were all pretty sad. Now the group was split up, because the one group A had escaped first and gotten to, like, decided to go look for him. No, wait, what are they doing? Group A got escaped first, but Group B never like reached them. The guy who escaped, like waited behind, like didn't go back to their usual resting spot because it's too far away, and he wanted to like well, she wanted to you know, survive. So she's long rest in the forest, and I guess she made a really good hiding spot. She rolled good on that. And yeah, Squad A then decided to fuck it. They're probably dead, and they tried to find someone else who could help them. And in the meantime, Squad B, who now consists of one person, attempts to. I zoned out again. Oh god, I'm soon have to leave. When they're split up, they're trying their best to like prepare themselves for a war that's about to break out, and it's just a dire situation. The spellless wizard alone, and a severely traumatized what used to be a lawful evil cleric who now respects her friend because he saved her. And they're also horrified because they don't have any option of closing the rift now. Have no friends either. Accidentally leaked the plans that they were gonna close the rift to the leading like warrior who wanted to the leader of a faction who wanted to open the rift, and now he's gonna try to kill them because why keep them alive? They literally have the opposite goal of what he wants. Anyway, I should probably pay attention. I don't know, it's weird. When I don't pay attention, I play surprisingly well. Maybe it's because I just beat like Pantheon 3 all bindings. It took like 2 tries today. I've made many other attempts earlier, and they all failed. So now I'm warmed up. I also just watched Trollictor's video, you know, kind of get the hang of how to beat soap. I'm in the Hollow Knight mindset, even though I'm not talking like I am. Oh man! Oh, short. Fair enough. Okay, unfortunate of me. Also fair enough, I mean. Just unfortunate that I decided to do that bad comma ass. That's not even comma. Yes, it is a comma. It's both a bad move and also an ass move, you know what I mean? So kind of bad ass move, but not like as a good way. Anyway, yeah. DD go crazy. And now they have to meet up and beat the game. The wizard gets to prove that, hey, she's not dead. I'm here, guys. Woo! Yeah, I'm sorry I lost everything. I'm not really useful anymore. I have been trying. I have a way of making her useful again, because there is a. Oh man, what? I didn't think. I thought invincibility would last longer. Doesn't really make sense that I thought that. Okay, and that was also just stupid of me. You gonna come here or not? God damn. What a whack-ass jellyfish. Anyway. Yeah. The artificer's gonna give our boy, the wizard, sight. I lost to Umu? I mean... that makes sense. Honestly, that's a fitting end. I have not been paying attention in this run whatsoever. It is goofy. I've been talking about D&D. Now I have time to like actually make it to school. which is neat. So yeah, goodbye. See you tomorrow.